the term is actually floor-ready merchandise. And what floor-ready merchandise is, as you'd see here, pretty much simply what it says is merchandise that is ready for sale at the retailer, right? It's ready for sale direct to the consumer. So again, it has all of the packaging, all of the tags, everything that is ready for sale, right? So the acronym for it is FRM, right? So again, activities, right? Like I said before, as far as presenting it to the customer, these are some of the activities that you want to take, make sure, right? So again, if you're going to, again, if it's even if it's a BAS meeting, like I said, BAS meetings, the format, it could be at a trade show. You could go directly, right, by a showroom. You might invite them to your showroom, right? So it could take place in different formats, right? So again, having all the merchandise ticketed, like I said, your main label, size tabs, right? Key and content labels, we're going to touch on that a little bit. And, right, you're going to want to have information as far as price and size and color, all those things you want to make sure and specify as far as floor-ready merchandise. Right? So again, it's information that a retail store requires, so you need to make sure that when you are presenting your garments, that it's in this particular format, right? That it's ready for sale, right? Any rivets logo, so sometimes you see certain brands on the buttons, they have the logo or whatever. You want to make sure that they're facing up, pointing up, that you could read it while it's hanging, so you want to see it upside down or anything like that, right? So some labels can be defined as follows, right? So you have your main label, right? So I'll show you an image in a little bit, right? So again, your main label, which would have the name of your company or the name of your brand, right? You might have a secondary label. In the bag that I gave you, I'll just show you an example, right? So this is a tag, right? You'll see this one that you might find on the sleeve of a t-shirt or a knit garment, or you might find on the hem of the garment. So this one, right, this will be considered a secondary label. All right. Right, country of origin label. And this could be different, right? This could be different things. So you have two of them. This white one, right, done at Labels Plus, which is above Mickles on Frederick Street. It's thermal printed paper. Some people use these as main labels. I don't, right? Because when this wash, it doesn't look, especially if you have a dress made out of fine fabrics. This is not the type of label you want to use as a main label. So the one that I'm showing you, I use this for a key and content label or country of origin label. So if you look on this particular label, you have the fabric content, right? You have the care instructions, right? I have my register, and that is my real registration number, TTBS 2415. And you see the country of origin, made in the USA. Now this, right, so this is a thermal printed tag. It's a printed tag. This one is a woven tag, right? And the material is called damask. And you'd see it's a folded tag, woven tag. Again, sewed into the seam line, right? And you'll see it has the logo of the brand, the size, care, and content instructions, right? The country of origin and all that information on there, right? So like I said, it could be separate, right? Sometimes you could have the label all in one, the information all in one, right? You have the size tab. So like this, and I have one in the bag that I gave you guys as well. So this is the size tab. Again, these are generic labels that you could buy in bulk, right? And again, the care and content label, that's the white one that I showed you as well. Also this one, it says 100% organic cotton, right? So it has the fiber content or the fabric content, and it has the care instructions. So this is a care and content label as well. Sometimes you see a lot of people use the regular 1/4 inch sponge, so it places a big hole. This is a 1/8 inch sponge that I ordered on Amazon, right? So it gives me this little hole, right? So again, I create hang tags by just using a business card size, right? So that's what you see in the different packages. Now to show you what I do with this as well, some of you know of the eyelet puncher, right? And using eyelets, right? This is all stuff that I did on my own. So this particular hang tag, right? I'm not sure if I included any of the packages. It's the same business card, right? Just use the eyelet puncher and created this hole, a bigger hole, place the fastener, and these chains, right? You could buy these. Again, I bought these on Amazon, right? To create this type of hang tag, right? So you know what dog tags look like, right? The whole idea was that because of what the brand represents, Urban Militia, it's a streetwear brand, right? It was to convey that type of image. Okay, another thing you could do, right? Buttons on the waistband, right, at the left seam, right? So you could have it there, but these are what are called joker tickets. You see it on jeans over the waistband. It's the same exact card. Same exact card. All I do is use a tracing wheel to score it, and I just fold it, right? Using the tagging gun, I punch the 2 holes in it and just tag it on. There are tagging guns you could buy to do this as well, right? So if you look at it, it's the same exact card, and I do it all myself. So again, the only reason I'm showing you this is that you don't have to spend money. If you don't have the money to get this professionally done, you could do it in-house, right? Until you build yourself up where you could afford to have these printed professionally. Does this look like I did this myself? That's the idea, and that's why I'm sharing this with you guys, right? Of what you could do without having to go to professional printer. Yeah? All right. Again, sometimes if this shirt has a sleeve on it, right, you could put the hang tags on the sleeve, but again, right, this is a sleeveless shirt dress, so I would put it through the main label, right, or the size tab, right, on the neckline. Yeah? Okay, right, and this is just for menswear, right, men's and boys apparel, other different types of placement, right. So again, you'd see for folded tops or whatever. So tops like this, again, through the main label, which I showed you before, right, through the main label. And so depending on the type of garment, right, you will just apply the correct fastener, right? Okay, so the UPC polybag sticker, so again, I showed you this. This is it here on this particular package. Again, you can see it's not a lot of information, and you have the barcode, the UPC barcode. There are different types of barcodes. This is called a UPC-A barcode, and I'm not going to get too detailed into that because it gets really complicated. The information regarding UPC barcodes, as important as it is to vendor compliance, when you really get into it and what each number represents, it could be a little bit complicated, and this is just an intro that I'm giving you. But again, this is compliance, this is vendor compliance, and this is stuff that's required by a lot of retailers, okay? So again, it should contain the following information: style number, which I have there, the color, right? You might have the description of the garment. So this is, I call it Barbuda, striped long sleeve Henley. The size, right? This is a large. And as far as the placement, right, for flat packed garments, right? Again, you're going to have each, right, as far as knits, individually wrapped, and you see lower left corner, right, which is on with the garment facing up, right, lower left corner, right? As far as hanging garments, right, so if as far as the poly bag, I don't have one on this, right? But if I were to put one on this, right, again, upper garments left side, this is the garments left side, it will be placed up here, right? That same sticker. Okay, right, so this is what is called the UPC carton label. I don't have any of that today, but this is what it looks like. Again, you could see as far as the style number, size, color, right? Color, again, depending on the company, could be a numeric value, right? And this is a different type of UPC code, right? It's a linear code, 128 symbology. I'm not going to get into that again. And you could see, right, as far as this is for shipment. So when you're shipping your garments to the retailer, whether overseas or locally, this is stuff that you, especially overseas. So if you're dealing with department stores overseas, in their vendor compliance manual, they would actually have these type of regulations in there that you need to conform to.